Hi, I'm Ingo from Roast Rebels, and in this video we will talk about the altitude where coffees have been grown, the density of the coffee bean, and what you have to look at when you roast those kind of coffee beans. In this video I will answer a question from one of you who asked me specifically about how to roast coffees from different altitudes. So before we deep dive into the altitudes, maybe a short summary on where is coffee actually being grown and what is important for the coffee production. Coffee is grown in a so-called coffee belt, which concludes about 90 countries and which goes from 25 degrees south to about 23 degrees north of the equator. So in this area, coffee is usually being grown. And this sounds maybe in the first instance like coffee needs high temperature to be grown. And this is only half the truth. What's important for coffee is that it never freezes. So in areas where at night the temperatures are getting too low, where you have frost at night, there you cannot grow coffee beans. But actually, coffee doesn't always only need high temperatures. And even the higher the altitude where coffee has been grown, the cooler the nights, the longer it takes the coffee to develop and the denser the coffees are. And these are coffees actually, the denser they are, the more sugars they are building, and sugar is helping the flavor. So coffees that have been grown at a high altitude in a bit lower temperatures, especially lower temperatures at night, they have more complexity, they have more sweetness, they have actually more aromas in their taste profiles. That's why coffees that have been grown in higher altitudes have a kind of a higher quality grading. And these quality gradings there are called a bit differently from country to country. So I give you, for example, the names for coffees that have been grown in Guatemala. So coffees that have been grown up to 900 meters above sea levels, they are called prime. It's prime quality. Then after that you have extra prime, you have semi-hard beans, you have hard beans, and the coffees that have been grown at 1,300 or more meters above sea levels, they are strictly hard beans, which is the highest quality standard, because they have the most complexity, the most aroma, the most sugars in it. And so how can you see if the bean is denser or not so dense? Of course, there are measuring equipment where you can measure the density of the beans. There are also ways to measure it more simply at home. I will come back to this in another video. But so there are measuring equipment, but you can also see it in the cut of the bean. So if the cut is very narrow, very small, then the bean is denser. If it's a bit more open, a bit wider, then the bean is usually less dense. And also it's visible in color. So coffees that are very dense, they are a bit smaller, but especially they have this blue-gray color that you see typically in a highly grown coffee bean. So when it comes to roasting, you have to take into consideration that with denser beans, the heat is getting much quicker into the center of the beans, while with low density beans, it's taking longer. So if you put a lot of heat, a lot of pressure on the beans, and it's denser, so it takes longer for the heat to get into the center of the bean, then you're risking to burn the coffee beans. That's why you use more heat for denser, highly grown beans and a bit less temperature, a bit less heat for beans that have been grown on a lower altitude. So simply said, the higher the coffee is grown, the denser it is, the higher is the start temperature and also the energy that you give during the roast. The lower the coffee has been grown, the lower the density, the less energy you give to the roast and the lower you start with the roasting temperature. But of course you're always within a certain range, because if you're too low in the temperature, then you're risking to bake the coffee, which is really unpleasant in taste. On the other hand, if you're too high in temperature, then you're risking to burn the coffees, which is also something that you don't want at all. So you're always in this range and you vary the temperature within this range that your roaster offers you to really make a nice, great roast. I hope this short video was helpful for you. If you want to know more about roasting, have a look at the other videos in our channel as well, or follow our channels, because we will release some more videos on roasting, on green coffee beans, on roasting equipment in the next weeks. And if you have any specific question, I always look forward to hearing from you. You find my contact on roastrebels.com.